So you are the director. The director is the guiding force of how the film should look and how the scenes should be acted. So when you are director, the first thing that will happen is we'll have a meeting about your scene. So you should really know everything about your scene and already kind of have a vision of how you're going to film it, and what you need to film. So we will go through all kinds of questions, like basically for every job, you need to be able to tell them. First AD and DP, they need to know, what's the camera setup here? Maybe all you can tell them is the very first shot camera setup. And then once you're on set, you can tell them the rest. Or if you've planned it all out, you can go ahead and tell them. And then you need to tell the, like if there's stunts, you need to discuss that with the stunt coordinator and what they can do, set decorator, prop master, you're going through telling them these are the props I need, this is how I need the set to be created. If there's any hair and makeup, you need to tell them about that. If you need lights or might need lights, you can go ahead and have Gaffer and the grip get all of those things, tell them kind of like how many lights you think that they're gonna need, and you need to make sure the costume supervisor knows who needs to be in costume and what costumes they're supposed to be wearing. Once everybody has left to start doing their jobs, the actors may be changing into their costumes. If you're waiting on them, then you can also help see if there's anything that needs to be done till you can get onto set. So once you're on set, make sure you're communicating respectfully. If you ask somebody to do something, don't forget, check for understanding. So if you say, hey, I'm gonna need a 2-shot and 2 over the shoulders close-ups of each of the characters in this scene. And then you might say, so what did I just ask for? And then have them actually tell you. And try to let your first AD handle where the camera should go. But people will come up to you, including the first AD and the DP or whatever, and say, what do you think about this? Because they want to make sure that really is what you wanted. Mainly, you want to get your actors and start rehearsing the scene. So it'll take a little while for everybody to get all of their stuff set up. So you want to rehearse exactly how you're going to, where they're going to stand, how they're going to do it. They're going to practice with their lines. The scripty needs to be there so they can help with any missing lines. Even if they've done it 3 times and it's great, rehearse again. It seems like everybody's ready and you're not really sure what you're waiting on, ask the first AD. So the first AD should be coming up to you and letting you know, hey, we can start filming now. And then you want to get on it. So if you are still rehearsing and they say it's time and you haven't really gotten it right, if it's almost right, I would go ahead and start recording, because you can record the mistakes versus rehearsing the mistakes. What's the big difference? Okay, so the rolling call for the director, you actually don't do anything until you hear the DP. So like they've gone through all of the rolling camera, the clapboard's gone through. You have to wait for the DP to say camera set, because they're checking to make sure that the cameras are all back in position after the slate has happened. So if you don't hear camera set and you're waiting to say action and maybe the DP forgot, then ask them, DP, camera set? Are we ready? So that then you can call action. So again, just trying to reduce wasted time. And be loud. When you say action, it shouldn't, the whole crew should be able to hear. Action, not action. Okay. When the scene is finished, call cut. Make sure you leave a little bit of extra time after the last sentence before you call cut. Or so you would want me to say okay, I'm almost done, I'll be right with you. Cut, okay? You don't want to do it too quickly after the last, I'm almost done, I'll be right with you. Cut, that's not what you want to do. But the moment you are on set, so you want to reduce wasted time. It doesn't go well and you call cut, and there's too much time between when you call cut and when you get reset and they do the rolling call again. If a take is good on the first try, always do at least 1 extra take just in case. All right, when it's time to clean up, check all the crew for lanyards, because I'm going to put you in charge of making sure all the lanyards get put away. They can put their own away, or you can just ask them for them and get them all and then put them away. You should not rest until everything has been completely cleaned up and nobody else is still working on something.